Hi folks, welcome to another episode of Fishing with Dick Wobone. Yeah, want to do a little bit something serious today here right off the start. Addiction is really a bad thing. Addiction ruins families. People lose jobs, they lose their homes, they lose their families, they lose their friends. Well, lucky for me, the only thing that I'm addicted to is fishing. I'm addicted to fishing. I'm addicted to the catfish. And some people don't seem to get the joke. I can't help it. I'm growing little spikes out the side of my face right there. That's because I'm addicted to catfishing. So, all right, well, I'm sorry. The ones that can't handle it, they need to get a life. It's time to go fishing. So, anyhow, it's... what is it? January, February, March, April, May, June. It's June the 2nd. It's about 6 o'clock. It's a Sunday. Down here by myself, down on the South Branch. Sitting here getting ready to make up some leaders for tonight. I like to use something like about a 12-pound test for my leaders. We got a whole herd of little baby groundhogs up here in the field running around. Them things are just cool as anything. I don't know. Maybe they want to be a guest star. I don't know if we can see them. The way I'm holding this phone and stuff, I can't really see what the heck I'm looking at, but anyhow, there is a whole herd of little baby groundhogs up there. They're running all over the place. A couple of them up there under the old cop car. It should be setting up there, but yep, groundhogs everywhere. All right, so let's see if we can get this back down a little bit where it needs to be. All right, so we fish down here with treble hooks. We use them a lot. Well, nobody seems to want to make a decent treble hook. The problem starts right here where you take a piece of line and you put right down in between. At night they get out there and they get rolling around in the water, and the next thing you know, look at that line is stuck right there in the daggone in between where they should have soldered or brazed that up a little bit further. We talked for years about us guys making our own line of equipment. We do a couple things a little different. We have our own tools and our own stuff, but we talked about making our own. But fortunately for me, there is some out there. I think we had this for a sponsor there, or a real quick commercial spot the other night. I can't even pronounce that, but I can tell you one thing. Them daggone things are nice hooks. They're soldered all the way up. They're soldered all the way up there to where absolutely they will not get a piece of line caught in them. And then I was lucky enough in one of my local stores over here, Dunham's, they come up with a Kevin Van Dam Mustad. It's a number 2 treble hook. Well, I got to looking at them before I bought the daggone things. They're pretty cool because if you take that same piece of string and you try to get it down in between there, it's just not going to stick. So that's going to keep you from getting tangled up. That line will not go down in between there. So what you want to look for is to make sure that where them 3 treble hooks are put together, that they solder or braze it enough all the way to the top where your line can't get stuck down in there. I told you this the other night. This is a rough sport. It's hard on equipment, it's hard on hooks, it's hard on friendships, it's hard on relationships, it's hard on everything. But anyhow, if the more that you can do to watch for having problems, the better off you're going to be, especially once it gets dark. So, all right, so there for a sponsor then, like I told you, we're going to go with the old Mustad. And I was just really kidding you about addiction. I am addicted to catfish, but if them guys can't handle it, they don't like the way it is, well, they need to get a life. It's time to catch some catfish. Got a couple old nosh drinks in me, one for tonight. I think I'm probably going to need that. It's kind of ornery to do this on a Sunday night because I'm on day shift, so that means my butt's going to be up real early in the morning trying to pack up and get out of here. Plus a full day at work tomorrow, so we'll have to see. But I come in this weekend. When I left last weekend, I left a little bit ahead of the poundage that was caught down here, and then they had a couple nights down here, so they've caught a few more than me again, so it's time to see if we can't get caught back up. We had a really cool video going last night. We're doing a little bit different format. We're just turning the thing on, leaving the pause button on. So me and Mitch, that's a shame. Catfish Hunter Lupus was down here. He caught one, and then he took a dive down off the concrete bank over there, and we did a safety tip. We had a really good little show going, and then I left the phone set around there all night with just the pause button on. Well, guess what? When my phone shuts off, without me doing something, we did not get to save that video. So I'm sure Catfish Mitch will be back and we'll get him in the picture again a time or two. But so like I said, the only other thing I told you about this old fillet knife that I had the other night, how dull it is and everything. And one of the real things that I want to tell you about is, like, them daggone catfish, they come up and they eat a daggone treble hook. Well, then they're stuck, their mouth's stuck shut, it's stuck. You know, and they're, I don't know how many of you people's ever played with a catfish, but I'm telling you what, they got some pressure. When they shut their mouth, you can almost impossible to get their mouth. So this old fillet knife I was telling you about, it's plastic out there in the end, so you can take that daggone fillet knife and you can kind of wedge it in their mouth, and then you can turn the thing sideways, which will open it up enough for you to get your tool right into their mouth there. And it helps you out a lot. And like I said, it's a hard plastic. It don't really hurt them. I don't think it hurts them that bad. So use that thing to run around there and then twist her sideways, and it makes him open up. And you know what? That makes it easier to get the hooks out. So, all right, well, I'm going to put it on pause. It's about 6 o'clock. I'm going to grab a bite to eat, and then got some bait caught. We got a really strong chance of severe storms tonight, so we'll have to see how that all plays out. All right, we'll catch you when the fish start biting.